What's up, YouTube? Brian here with Team D-Boyz Infinity. I'm bringing you more of a fun deck profile. This is actually my favorite deck because I love the Arthurian mythos, but I took this to my locals. I've been working on this version of the deck since January, so this has been a long time coming. And I took it to my locals. I came second. My only loss was in the finals against Cosmo. But I'll just go ahead and jump into the deck profile. But obviously this is Noble Knights. You see Merlin talking about Arthur. So obviously for any Noble Knight deck you need 3 Merlin, your Lone Fire Blossom, 3 Medrot, and 3 Boars. Boars is really the best card in the deck because he's sort of like Tin Can. He sets up your grave and gets you your card to hand, which is so critical when you make your king to get all of his equips. He's your main searcher in the deck, so yeah. And then I run 3 of the vanilla Noble Knight Artorias. I'm running the Brilliant Fusion engine in this deck because there's tons of good sends in Noble Knights, and the double normal summon's like very helpful. So this is a good send. 1 Black Lancelin, he's pretty good. Since you're running the vanilla, you can bring him out of grave, and he can attack, and then you can search and equip with him, or a knight, whatever you need at the time. Ektar, just a recurable level 5 to make much like his brother Lancelot here, to make your rank 5 king. And then to round out the rest of the one-of knights, I have Gawain and Brothers. Brothers just has a really good recycling effect. That extra draw is very helpful. And then Gawain helps you go into rank 4s with your vanilla knights, which is extremely relevant. This is oftentimes a card I'll search off Rhoda because you only have 1 now, and Merlin can get you your other knights, whereas to field, but like Gawain, you never want to get him to field. He's better off Rhoda because in hand you can special summon him to make rank 4s. For the rest of the monsters, I run 2 Gwennifer. She's your best equip. She's a free card out of grave every turn. And she's also one of your good sends off Brilliant Fusion. And then 2 Lady of the Lake. Since she's such a good send off Brilliant Fusion as well, you run 2 of her to run more copies of the Synchro. The Synchro is much better in this version because it's also a level 5. You can make your king, but you can also make rank 5 plays with the Seraph Knight. And he's a good searcher when he runs over a monster in battle. So, to round out the rest of the monster lineup, got the 1 Rabbit for the Artorias. Rabbit's broken. You're running vanillas, so. And then the 2 Lazulis for the Gem Knights, so you can get your vanilla Artorias to hand on the send. So that's all the monsters in the main deck. For the spells, I don't run any traps. You can run a few traps. I can talk about like different choices you can make for the deck, but I run all spells to make it fast and a combo deck because this is kind of how the deck runs. For your swords, I run 2 Excalibur, best sword because best actual sword because it has the rank up effect, and the ability to not be targeted is so strong because of the lack of non-targeting removal. Destiny, 2 Caliburn, 2 Gallatin. This card's amazing. In my first round matchup, I actually played Raid Raptors, and I outed the Ultimate Falcon twice because I was able to make a 4,000 attack king by searching that. So, really good card. And then our Feudor as 1 more sword for back row removal. And then, last chapter, this card's pretty broken. It's a free +1. You can get your knights back and do your plays. Rhoda, obviously warrior deck. And then 3 Brilliant Fusion and 3 Twin Twisters because this deck loses to cards like Solemn Strike. Like, you lose to back row. Any kind of disruption that gets at your king. So you need to remove that before you go into your plays. So for the extra deck, D-Boyz. 2 Seraph Knights for your Brilliant Fusion. 2 High Launcelin. 2 of each King, Sacred and regular Artorigus. Some rank 4s, Castell, Dweller, Heartland Draco, super relevant, just a good finishing card, and the Utopia package. And for the rank 5s, I played Durandal to help fix bad hands, as well as with Brilliant Fusion, you can make them pop it. And then Shark Fortress to push for big damage for OTKs. So that's it for the deck profile. To talk some options with you, obviously, like, my side deck's not relevant because it's for my locals. I side differently. I make a new side deck before I go to any event, locals, regionals, whatever. But some, like, good cards for this deck, obviously. You can main deck Emptiness if you want to main deck a trap. This card's really strong next to your king, because they can't really normal summon anything to out it. They have to try and get rid of one of your swords and then destroy the Emptiness along with it. And then obviously the Mask Restrict. I sided 3, and I always probably side 3 in this deck, because the easiest out to your king is Kaijus, and if you have these 4 in deck against any kind of Kaiju based deck or any deck that sides Kaijus, hopefully you're going to open one and they're not going to be able to out your king with their Kaijus. And then also, this is just a good floodgate against Monarchs, because Stormforth is also a threat. But in general, like, this card's good against Monarchs. So, like, this meta, this is a really good card. You honestly could main deck it if you wanted to play this, like, against more competitive decks. But this is more of a fun deck. It's more casual, it's rogue, you know, so I wouldn't recommend taking it to a larger event. But if you wanted to, main decking 3 Mask Restrict could be really funny and pretty trolly. So, but those are like the only side deck cards I'll show you because they're the most relevant. But that's the deck profile. So you can leave some comments for suggestions on the deck, or if you have any questions. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and thank you for watching.